How are you, Agent Again?
I'm doing good. Good morning.
Good morning to you. You good? You're good? It's marathon this whole
Yeah, it was a little tough.
football season.
It is. It is. Learning a lot, though.
But you're not getting hit?
No. Got
Right.
a little. I a couple of weeks ago got a paper cut.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Did you go in the cold tub for that?
Nah, I had a little Star Wars Band-Aid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the Band-Aid of choice in your house?
Yeah, it is. We only have cartoon characters.
That's about to say. Because normally if I cut myself, suddenly I've got like Princess Poppy
Yep.
from Trolls around my
Absolutely.
index finger.
Yeah. Wear with pride.
I do. I've been on this show, and you guys can attest, I've been on this show with nail polish on my hands, man.
That's true.
Yep.
It was a little weird.
A little bit more
but-
masculine than that.
How old is your young? So you notice I'll just although you're wearing these shoes right now.
right
What are
past
on those
that.
shoes? What shoes are these right now? Are those Todds? Are those Pradas? What do you have on right now? What shoes are those?
These are what they call red bottoms.
Okay. What do you have? Oh, because the bottoms are red.
Yeah.
All right.
Christian Louis Vuitton.
Look,
Hey now.
That's a little.
that's how you roll.
That's a little. That's one of my old employers bought me these.
All right. So the Ravens bought you that?
Either one.
Carolina Panthers bought
Either
you
one.
that?
I'm pass it. I call it mailbox money.
Why were you calling that mailbox money?
I go to the mailbox, open it up. There's a check. Passive income.
No, hold on a second. So the Ravens, you didn't have direct deposit from the Ravens?
Yeah,
they
I
actually
did.
sent you a check to your mailbox?
I'm an old school guy. Like I like notes. I like checks come to the house.
Okay.
I deposit them in there, and then I do some investments, and so some checks that I received long years ago, invested in some things, and
Okay.
it's still coming residual.
All right.
Passive income.
I understand. And now the NFL Network. You and I are compadres for the
Yeah.
NFL Media
I
Group.
love those checks too.
What do you? they cash. They definitely cash.
Direct deposit though.
Yes. See,
Yeah.
no, I don't remember the only checks I get in my mailbox are like the residuals from CSI Miami that I did like 9 years ago, and they're 80 cents or something like that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Pack of gum. 2 packs of gum.
But I cash it.
I
I
don't
cash
blame
it.
you.
It's still money.
How do you get it though? When you cash it at the bank?
Well, I don't.
Nickels, pennies.
No, I just put it right in.
Oh.
I just put it right in.
I would get cash back.
You would really?
25 cents, 37 cents.
That's old school.
Yes.
You are old school, Steve
Yeah.
Smith. You're old school. What do you think of this Super Bowl matchup? What are your thoughts on what we're going to see in this building that we could see through the window?
Well, it's unbelievable. This is the first time I've seen the stadium because I played in old Metrodome.
Okay.
The turf, the old turf with the baseball, and baseball diamond underneath. And then I played with when they had the
The outdoor stadium?
No, I didn't play in the outdoor stadium.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
All right.
No.
So
I'm excited to see it. But as far as the game, it's an interesting game. It's fun. I haven't decided yet who I think
Okay.
is gonna go. I'm trying to go with half heart, half mind. Just kind of.
can I guess which one's the heart and which one's the mind?
Go ahead. Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
The heart is the Eagles. The mind is the Patriots.
Yeah, it is.
Or, hold on a minute, the heart's the Patriots because you just don't want to see the Patriots win. That's that cold heart.
No.
No. Okay.
No, as the 22 weeks of football, I've really learned how to put aside playing, right?
Yes.
And just really look at the analytic and understanding why the teams are what they are, evaluating guys based on what I see on film,
Yes.
not based on what I've experienced as a player. So that transformation has been very interesting, and I've seen some flaws in myself. So I've really challenged myself to really look at teams.
Like what? What flaws are you talking about?
Like, you play against a guy and then you see him on film, and if you see him get beat, you're like, I know why he got beat, right? But then going back and watching the play and
Right.
understanding the setup of the offense coordinator or the defense coordinator on why he was beat versus going, that guy isn't very good and this is why I think so, but more making it of why I've seen it based on the film versus what I.
So removing the famed Steve Smith passion from the analysis.
No,
is what you're saying.
I call it the a-holeness of it, right? Because, you see some players, you go, I know why that bum got burnt, right? But then and then really look at it, it's like, oh, he bit on a double move instead of saying he sucks, right? Because that's what people are expecting, right?
Sure.
But then that comes across like I'm the old player who can't let go of not playing anymore. But so I don't want to be that guy.
Interesting.
I want to be seen as when he goes on there, he's gonna talk, he's gonna say some funny things, he's gonna say some things that maybe you go, oh, I'm not sure. But understanding this is my first year. And so I was doing the Saturday show a couple of weeks ago,
Yep.
and we had to spin the wheel.
Yes.
And the Panthers came up, and I was like, spin it again. They were like, no. I said, spin it again. Because
What was the topic for the wheel?
it was just like evaluate the team.
Okay.
And the problem why I didn't want to talk about the Panthers wasn't because of what happened. It was more of there's 30 other teams in the league. I don't want to just be pent into a corner where I only could talk about the Panthers and the Ravens.
But the football gods wanted you to talk about the Panthers.
Yes, but it's my first year, so everything I do in my first year is a precedent, sets the stage
True. Okay.
of everything else. So I didn't want to be just two teams. I want people when they go up there and say he has the ability to evaluate, process, and discuss all 32 teams. Oh, and by the way, he played for the Ravens and played for the Panthers.
So, headline, Steve Smith doesn't want to be known as a Cam Newton hater. Chris Brown.
Got it.
Tweet
I'm
that
gonna
out.
tweet that out
Put
right
that
now. All caps, fire
No?
emoji.
No?
Why would I hate on Cam? I can never play quarterback. I'm not 6'5".
I know. I know. I know. And see, Steve Smith will not take cheese. You will not take cheese. You're just not going to take any cheese that's put out there. I understand.
I'm actually trying to stay away from dairy.
I understand. So that said, Steve Smith,
Yeah.
with your analysis eyes, give me the way that the Philadelphia Eagles win this football game in 5 days from now.
Well, I think the biggest climate that everybody is not talking about, that I'm talking about, is you have to make great adjustments, not good adjustments, great adjustments in the second half. The New England Patriots, what they have been able to do this year and really after the Super Bowl win is make adjustments in the second half. They don't make good adjustments. They make fantastic adjustments. In the first part of the season, defense was on pace to give up the most points. They made adjustments, right? They fixed those woes. They fixed those issues. And then you see what happened in Jacksonville. They made some adjustments and came back. Yes, there was some sloppy play, some errors, but you got to be able to throw the ball for those errors and sloppy play or penalties to be existable. Then you got the Steelers game. When they march down the field and do that, made adjustments in the second half. So for the Eagles, they have to put up points, and they have to play error-free, especially in the second half. Obviously everybody can make mistakes in the first half, but you don't make it up in the second half if you make some errors. And the New England Patriots are a team that in the second half they ratchet up. They put the pressure on you. They make you make mistakes.
Well, for somebody who has a Hall of Fame heart, stomach, passion, chip on their shoulder, okay, Brady, can you put in perspective what we see from him in fourth quarters so long in his career? Here he is now 40 years old in that building. What does it take for mere mortals who may not have that? You had it, and he has it. What is the it?
So I'll go out and say it. You know, you set me up perfectly of saying evaluate and all that stuff. Hey, I'll be a guy to say it. I would have loved to play with him, to play football with Brady. You see what he's done with guys. Look at Chris Hogan, what it's done for his career, his opportunity. Not saying that Chris Hogan isn't a good wide receiver, but it sure helps when you have Tom Brady throwing you the ball. Your ability to increase your short career of playing wide receiver, because he didn't play wide receiver in college. He played lacrosse. Look what it's done. Danny Amendola. People are talking about Danny Amendola as if they've forgotten how he played in St. Louis. He was a good receiver, but he was injury prone. Yet in the playoffs in the Super Bowl, he's a guy that's consistently scoring points. You know, so what Tom Brady brings to the table is greatness. He's transcended in way people look and evaluate quarterbacks. The mind is something that you cannot, the mind and the heart, you can't outweigh. There's no combine that could measure and stick for that. He's done what people wish they can do, wish they could be a part of. He's like winning the lotto, man. You know, you get on that team, you're that wide receiver, he makes you better. You know, he's played with a band of brothers that, you know, walk in, no one knows who they are, but yet when you walk out, everybody knows that he is. I think he's thrown at least 1 or 2 passes to over 150-something receivers. That's remarkable. So he's great.
So before we take a break, and then JB Smooth's going to come out, and we're going to review your work and his work from last night together, hanging out. That'll be fun. Did the Patriots never reach out to you?
Yeah, they did. But, you know, it just didn't work out. There was some other logistics and some other things that I preferred. So, but I have I'm not like sitting here saying, man, I missed the opportunity. I loved I'm going to be honest with you, my first 13 years in Carolina, you know, I was a young man, young and dumb, and not really understanding the economics and also understanding the business aspect of it. But my last 3 years, I learned a lot in Baltimore. I'm very appreciative of that opportunity, and I don't have any regrets. You know, every team that I play for has given me the opportunity to do something that I never thought I'd do, is change the economic situation for my family for generations. And so I appreciate that, allowing my sons and my daughter to go to college based on us saving that. They don't have to catch a football to go to college. They can use their mind and rely on that. So, you know, I'm very appreciative of that. But I love ball. That was other than my wife, that was my first love, right?
Yeah.
And I love watching ball. I love talking about ball. And so it's awesome to be here and see these guys. But I'm not sitting here going, man, I wish. I'm just going like, oh, this is cool. And I love talking about it and looking at it without any hate in my heart, just kind of enjoying it.
What about before? Was it a choice maybe even joining the Patriots or the paparazzi
Yeah, I was talking
us?
to them. No, I was talking to them when I was in Baltimore. I remember I was in Charlotte Airport on my way to Baltimore, and I talked to Bill Belichick. And, you know, I was supposed to go out there, but honestly, what Baltimore had offered me, not financially, but what they had offered me behind closed doors, I wanted that challenge. And so I took it. And, I mean, we were a play away from possibly beating them.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes. You know, in football, we always say, ball never lies. They intercepted the ball. They went on. I think I'm straight. I'm all right with it.
What was Belichick like on that phone conversation?
He was different than what you see.
How so?
A little bit more personality, but he was good.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Steve Smith here on the Rich Eisen Show. When we come back, JB Smooth, you're freaking out over there.
I would have loved to have had Steve Smith on the Patriots.
He's a Patriot fan,
Not gonna lie,
freaking
it would
out.
have been great.
Hey, ball is ball, right?
Of course.
But
it would have been awesome to have Steve Smith on the Patriots.
Okay, when we come back, JB Smooth, we add him to the Steve Smith mix before Brian Billick joins us here. That's how we're rolling in hour number 2 here on the Rich Eisen Show. 844-204-RICH is the number to dial here. So Steve Smith is here alongside JB Smooth, and I woke up today, and I'm getting ready to go to work, and I look in the mirror, and I see the beard, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I got it. I'm like thinking to myself, feeling nice and confident, and then these two of you guys get together in our television-only segment, and
shut you down.
You did. No, not we.
He did.
Yes.
He did.
Steve is chimed in. That's all.
No, I got to work with him. I'm not.
Come on now.
We'll be working Thursday night. He'll set me up, so I got to be careful.
Yeah, this microphone's live on a Thursday night.
Well, now he's going to be subconscious now. He's going to see your eyes, look at the beard, and he's going to feel uncomfortable.
Well, what is it? Is it too long? Is it just not, did I not shave the cheeks? Is it, do I need to escape it? What do I got to, JB, what do I got to do here?
Remember that guy who slept under the tree, Rip Van Winkle? He went to sleep and woke up with a beard? That's how you look. Remember that guy? They don't talk about that guy enough.
Who, Rip Van Winkle?
Yeah. Now, that guy should have a razor commercial or something like that. So he had that full beard. He went to sleep and woke up with the beard.
And that's it?
That's what you did.
Okay.
See?
Wow. Now I got to figure out what to do post-show. Okay, so you guys were on the floor. Did you guys see each other last night?
Yeah, man.
You both were media night correspondents on the floor.
And we both looked good last night.
Yeah.
I gave Steve a big compliment last night.
Okay.
You know, he was killing the suit.
Yeah? Is that one that your wife?
She does all my suits.
I know that. So she picked this one out for
Children.
media night specifically, or what?
Yeah. So I'll just say I'm light skinned, so all my stuff is.
It's got a pop.
I picked out my Super Bowl suit 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yes.
And you don't do you repeat suits at all? Do you do any repeat suits or no? Have you worn that Super Bowl suit at all this year?
No. I have not. It's been sitting in my suit closet for a while. I've been looking. I've been walking.
marinating.
I've been walking past it like this. Couple more weeks.
That's like back in the day. I don't want to talk my age, but back in the day, before we would go out to the club to see a rap show or a hip hop joint, we would put our Levi's, our Lee jeans between the mattress and let it sit there for a week.
The things be
Get the
standing
perfect
up
crease be like that.
with the t-shirt, white t-shirt crease in the middle too. With you know
Crease
me
that
with a
too.
cap.
You put that open. Your baby brother will hold the mattress up. And you lay your jeans between the two mattresses and let it marinate for a week.
Marinate.
Then you just climb. You jumping them
like
damn.
that.
You jumping them jeans like that, and you sit up so your knees don't pop out. You sit up. Somebody helps you up, and you don't sit down the rest of the night.
And you walk past a mirror.
You walk by the club like this. You walk like this in the club like this. That's how you walk in the club. Woo! You don't want to mess up. You don't want to mess the crease up, and you don't want to put wrinkles in your sneakers.
Perfect media night correspondent, Steve Smith and
Fashion
JB Smooth.
gurus.
All right, so let's check on some of your work from last night. Here's
Some
Steve
of it was
Smith.
okay.
Yes.
Some of it was okay.
No. Here's what you would. By the way, I still can't believe James Harrison has got Patriot stuff all over his uniform.
What was he supposed to wear?
I know. It's just,
That's a great question. Go naked? That's his team.
I know. It's just it's crazy to see it. And here you are with James
He
Harrison.
looked pretty good for a washed-up player.
Here's Steve last night.
You're the youngest of 14.
Yes.
How are you distributing the tickets?
If you pay for them, you get them. 14?
Yeah.
Hotel
Because their
room,
mama,
everything, yeah.
the kids.
Right. I started that since day one. That was easy.
Okay.
You know, I was on practice squad. I was making $60,000.
All right, so there you got it. James Harris saying if you pay for them, you get them.
You pay for them, you get them,
If
baby.
not, stuck.
You stuck like Chuck, baby.
Stuck like Chuck.
14 tickets. I'm just doing the math in my head. If they're anywhere remotely close to the 30-yard line, we're talking about with plane tickets and hotel. If he picked it all up, we're talking six figures. Easy.
I remember
Easily.
I was in Carolina and we played the Cardinals, and playoff game, and I got my check. It was more of a receipt.
Wow.
It was a receipt. There's nothing on there.
Wow.
It said this is not a check, and you're right, it wasn't. It was I think it was like $200.
Wow.
So they took it out of your check. They garnished your wages to pay for whatever you were.
Yeah.
It was more of a receipt with a line. Wow.
Terrible. That is one of the things that people don't really understand. You know, like I've only had the luxury of playing in LA. I've only played in San Diego once. And why, we don't want to get into that. So, but I remember I played in San Diego. I purchased, so I'll say it, black folks, you know, they all want to come to the game, don't want to show up, you know, because something happens. They crying and telling you. And so I purchased probably 40 tickets. 38 of them showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 tickets. 40 folks drove down from LA. It was a ton of tickets. The original number was 52 that I requested, but I told my wife, here's so many that you got, and then the rest of them, and had my mom do it, and it ended up being a mess. It was a headache to go play a game in San Diego because all the people wanted to come down.
So now this is.
So now it's like.
This is.
So you imagine what it is for the Super Bowl.
Can't imagine.
Oh, it gets worse.
It's an unrealistic expectation on guys. And by the way, they have to play for the biggest game of their career.
Now, I know you have a heart out, Steve Smith, but before you go, here's JB Smoove with Alshon Jeffrey of the Eagles last night.
You do know you got the name. If you score 2 touchdowns in this Super Bowl and y'all win this game, what's gonna happen? women all over Philadelphia are gonna have babies, and they're gonna name those babies as Sean. I'm telling you, 10 years, 20 years from now, you're gonna get in an Uber, and your Uber driver gonna be named Ashan. Boy, you're about to be a legend, I'm telling you. There's gonna be babies all over the world named Ashan.
That's what happens, though. When Shaquille O'Neal became Shaquille O'Neal,
Yeah.
you know how many babies were named Shaquille? There's millions of kids named Shaquille right now because Shaquille O'Neal. It's like crazy. That's how we do. That's how we do.
Just like how many kids? How many kids are being born named Leon right now?
It's a lot of Leon kids. So you guys don't have unique names.
What do you mean, you guys? What do you mean by that?
I'm just saying. There's no one saying, oh, Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, I'm gonna name my baby Tom. That's not how it works. Tom is too simple. Shaquille, Alshon, these are unique names that people will name their kids. I promise you. Steve, am I right? Steve, am I right or wrong?
Steve is not laughing. He's not looking at you, and he is leaning as far
Steve
from
is
the
a
mic
regular
as
name.
possible.
Well, that's not
Steve is a regular name.
Steve is the name that folks can pronounce.
Oh, see, now Steve got another name.
Wow.
Steve, what's your other name?
My real name, which is 3 people call me, my mama, my grandma, and my wife, is actually Stevon.
Now,
Stevonne.
Now,
But they say-
Stevon,
they say
Stevon,
Stevie-
had you used,
Whoa.
had you used that name, right? And you the legend you are. Had you used that name, do you know what would have happened? In any city you played in, everybody who had a baby would have named their baby Stevon. You know what would happen? You know what's up? I don't care what city you played in. Carolina, Baltimore, whatever city you played in, that city would have had babies with that name.
Santa Monica.
Every time you score a touchdown,
just go with Steve.
they'd be like, I'm naming my baby Stevon.
Well,
Right? You know him, right?
Well, Stevon, thanks for coming on, Stevon. Thanks for coming on, Stevon.
You got it,
Even mentioning that name right now, a few light bulbs went off. This baby do tomorrow
man.
perfect. This baby is do tomorrow perfect.
Y'all some dirt bags.
That's a perfect way to end it.
Oh, man.
Stevon is moving on. Thank you, Steve Smith.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.